Yep, you got it right. That's the title. I figured out the problem with the other camera, and I literally cannot switch USB peripherals. I can't undo the for some reason when it switches power over, like everything's fine, right? Like you can see both cameras are working. What I also don't understand is it's not synchronized unless I put it on 50 hertz. It's like, why is this camera unsynced with the other camera? Watch, if I do this, you see that? That's, and now I remember why I put it at 50 hertz. Because when I move my hand, it's like the before and after is fine. If I go to properties on the main camera and I switch it to 50 hertz, like both cameras are at 50 hertz. You see how it's desynced? Isn't that weird? It's really dumb is what that is. So something about how which one's more prioritized or whether which one's streaming more data. I don't know how it all works entirely. I know they're technically both the same camera. They have a slight difference in like their the way they look, but that's it. There's not much. There could be an internal difference. It's a semi-warm day today. So I went for a little walk. Like I went outside for a little while. When I was looking at my like what I normally order, and I was like, bro, this is so stupid. Why am I sitting here trying to order groceries when I could probably get this at the local Dollar General? I've decided to not be a retard and not be antisocial. And you know what? It was a weird walk. I'm not gonna lie. There were some weird people out, but I just kept walking. I felt kind of empowered and like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this, you know. People left and right. Oh, Avery, I need did. People I know, people I don't know, asking me for things. Like, yeah, I look like an upstanding guy who makes money. Sure, doesn't mean I'm gonna always give you shit. People always need something, but they don't want to go fucking work for it. Is the fucking problem. But I'm not unwilling to help people, you know. I just like people who do at least some effort, you know, to improve their life daily. If you don't show me, you know, you're trying, I'll just be like, I just naturally don't care. And it's because I know that you're gonna keep on asking. You're not gonna stop. So as you can see, also I started washing my sheets today. I was gonna buy new sheets. I was like, you know, if I wash one set and I just put on a new set, this is where it all started. It all started with Walmart orders. It's like, okay, $10 delivery. What was another $10 randomly for the other fees? It's like, I can't order anything if it's gonna charge me extra 20 bucks. And then I was like, well, all right, let's just focus on groceries only, you know, the other stuff. I was like, okay, I can buy some 7 items of food for around 40 bucks. Well, I got much more than 7 items at Dollar General, so I was like, okay, and it was around still the same price, $40 of, you know, lotion for my hands, stuff to help my bed smell better because I've been sleeping on that thing, you know, so I have to help it smell better. It's this, I went with this because it looks cool and it smells nice. See, went with that. I bought myself some caffeine today. Also, I got a replacements on my plasticware. I'm trying not to take so much from my work and actually do, you know, what I can with my own money. So walking the Dollar General might just be how it is. Despite the fact I have some updates on that too. So look, I got these. I've never tried this one or this one, so I was like, let's try it. I already drank some coffee today, so I'm not drinking it today. These are definitely a tomorrow or some other time later kind of thing. I got V8. This on sale. So low sodium. Oh no. There was two of them, but I was like, I can only take back one. Pickles, bologna, just some stuff for making sandwiches. I got some cheese already in here. Some bread. I got jelly, because I already have peanut butter. I was like, might as well. Why is there fucking... Get the fuck out. Like one single fly is gonna ruin my day if it gets in my fridge. It's like this tiny little fly, right? He's gonna start living in there, he'll suffocate. One bug did suffocate my fridge. Like it was actually a it looked like a mosquito or mosquito hawk. I got this. I'm gonna drink this like now. Maui Burst. I saw this just sitting, like laying down. Someone grabbed it and didn't buy it, and I was like, this just looks like my vibe, bro. Like I'm all about that tropical shit, you know, obviously. Got the smell good stuff, got this. So yeah, now my hands aren't dry, now I'm not dried out, I'm feeling better. Even though it's soda, it's better than not drinking anything, right? So I got 2 updates. I saw my ex-roommate working at the same store he used to work at. It's Dollar General. And I'm like, is that you? Like, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm like, really? You're working here now? Like, what happened to working at Taco Bell? And he's like, oh, they just told me to reapply. I'm like, wait. Did they just like lightly let you go and not tell you? And you just went and then started working at Dollar General again? Like, just like that? I'm like thinking, I hope you're making enough now. Like, I kind of know why they let him go. Like, there's a subtle reason. Like, he doesn't wash his clothes enough. He doesn't take care of himself. But I know that other places have complained. That's just really messed up if they're just not honest about it. Just be honest. Like, well, we don't want you here for this. They didn't want to not let him go for improper reasons. So they just let him go and made up a whole fucking lie that he had to reapply. Something went wrong with their application. That shit doesn't happen, bro. Fuck no, that doesn't happen. So I'm like, okay. So I guess I have no choice but to see him every time I go shopping. It's just how it is. Also, I guess there's an issue where he's trying to set up a laptop and he got it from a friend and it's like loaded with viruses, but he can't get an ISO file. And I guess Microsoft isn't distributing it from their site correctly. Like they won't let him download it. I'm like, what do you mean? So I'm really, really freaking curious. Like, can I look at, I'm going to go pull up Google right now. We're doing this. Like, we're seriously going to do this. Finding. I'm going to close all these tabs. Too many open. Okay. Let's go. Like, is Microsoft really saying you can't? That's my other camera. Did I really remove the desktop mode? Okay. Display capture. Yes. I'm an idiot. So wait. That is my display because it's the capture card. You can see it. That's right. I was like, should I just pull up the actual generic mode for displaying my desktop? Microsoft. Obviously, we're looking at Microsoft. ISO. Or is Windows just being reformatted for not being easily accessible? Image ISO file right here. Okay. Download now. What the hell is he talking about? Bro. Obviously something's wrong with his way of finding things online because I just found the installation tool. Yeah. Here's how I'm literally going to show you how to do this. I think while I do this on this PC, the mini PC, I'll just do a drawing sesh. But I told him I'd get this done for him because, like, obviously, like, he can't do it and he needs help. Like, it's bad. I wish he thought about things more. I really do. Put some actual thought into, like, stuff that's happening to you. I don't know. Yeah, look, accept right here. It's all here. Damn. Oh, and updates on the story. So remember I was talking about that book I was writing. So, there's a few new things I'm doing to the characters, but I am having some issues with my partner. He's trying to write, but like now he's kind of going solo and not showing me stuff, and I need to see his work so I can use it or apply it or correct it, and I'm I'm adding very key points to the character. So every character has like, a defining trait. They have defining like way they show kindness, the way they're relating the traumatic events of their life, big or small. They're very important. So I had to get like a key, character defining thing that really affects the way they think and see the world. Like everybody's like, well, my mom wasn't there, or I saw someone die, or we always had some kind of thing. So every single character, even Nero, his father dies. We don't know who his father is. Turns out he's a really not great person. I added a few more details on like exactly how the hybrids went to war, what his Nero's father has to do with it. Also, what happens to I changed her name to Rhea instead of Ray because it's just too generic. It sounds just like Star Wars, and I don't want to sound like Star Wars, so it's Rhea now. That's fine. It's original-ish enough. I don't care. But big deal about her is like her mom dies, but it's in an even worse way than you can imagine, and she's just tortured by that fact. Galahad obviously has a lot of a bigger role to why now he has the Excalibur. So he picks it up like literally after Arthur dies. Like he sees what happens. He's the only one who knows, at least to what he thinks he saw or what he thinks he knows about how Arthur died, and everyone else who thinks he died in battle or disappeared or whatever doesn't really quite have the full truth. So he knows, and he's been bothered by this for so long, and it does come out eventually, but I want it to be like this big thing, or right before he dies, he finally just says it, like, like Arthur, like he's buried this secret, gave himself over to some bad stuff. He was not a good guy. Arthur used his magic for evil. At least he thinks that, but really, ultimately, Arthur loved his people. He loved and was broken by it and didn't know how to love himself properly, is the truth. So that's the thing. He did what he thought was right, but made a bad choice. And now he's a puppet. Now he's this necromancer. Now he's totally different character. I just revealed what I was trying not to reveal before. I said, we need to figure out who the necromancer is. Ooh. But tying it all together, it's like there's a web of effects, big or small, domino, cataclysmic effects based off of this one defining thing where he dies, how he dies, and the guy who portrayed him, well, he gets messed up. He loses either way. Even without Arthur defending the kingdom, he loses either way. Nobody wins, really, in the end of this war. Nobody wins. Just a lot of people die without a leader, good or bad. Bad guy and the good guy. So I wrote that. It's Sir Ector. Sir Ector succumbs to his wounds, dies. His son is left just like very young, almost like he's like 2 years old or whatever. He's just wandering around. So he's had a son for a little while. He's just this little, maybe you wonder, I might make him just a toddler. He's just a little baby. Doesn't know anything. The fact that, his son was a part of the kingdom and like he didn't keep him safe and thought he could, during the raid, that's kind of the important thing is why is his son there? What was he doing? And obviously he took over the castle. This is what we're getting at. Arthur leaves in the middle of the night and he's like, oh, okay, let's do this. Let's tear this place up. But he's looking for Arthur too. That's the thing. But I gotta make it sound and be more plausible than that. But the fact that during all this carnage, he needs to figure out to keep his son close to him or not leave him at his original camp, it's so important. Or not keep him in hiding, because like the bad guy still has care and worry. It's just different. And he's willing to be like, I'm so big and bad, it doesn't matter. I'm willing to defend my family right in front of you. Like he's not sane is the problem. He's very much a terrible person. But yeah, you just got this like character named Nero, just like saw all this shit at a very young age. Oh, you're gonna be a king one day, son. Oh, really? Like you telling a 1-year-old he's gonna be a king one day? And he's like, oh shit, my dad's dead. Oh. Guess who picks him up though? We got character Tico. I've changed Tico to being a much older character, female now, and they are the motherly character. They're like, well, shit, like, who's gonna take care of this kid? I guess I'm gonna take care of this kid. Like, duh. We have to have somebody that just clicks into this mode of like, I'm done with the fighting. Like they were in the war, they were fighting, and then they just like, I don't care. It's the next morning, smoke's rising. I'm taking this kid with me. Come on. That's the defining difference. And Tico doesn't tell Nero about the truth or the bad. Well, we leave it behind us. You know, it's fine. But Nero still wants to know, like, who was my dad? What was going on? Who am I? You know? And what's fun about this is only a 10-year jump. Rhea is actually much older. She's at least 6 years old. So we're looking at Nero being like a 10-year-old and Rhea being like 16. So just almost reaching that like awareness adult, you know, person, but she's still so broken and messed up. But she's becoming her own. It's a coming of age thing for her. But yeah, Arthur's daughter with Morgana is earlier in the story, you know. So there's a lot more going on with that too, you know. And he wasn't thinking he was gonna die, and he wasn't thinking he was gonna have to, you know, need to find her, you know, a proper suitor just quite then, you know. It's like, all right, you know. And then things just shift. And then she's now with Morgana. But guess what? Saving her, Arthur saving her from the doom of the deals she makes with the demonic character that we have of serving this dark lord that's actually in control of everything else. Well, he saved Morgana and sacrifices himself. But does Morgana actually live? Like, does she really, after getting life and losing Arthur, is she really truly okay? Truth is no. She never has let go, and she goes insane over it. She loses her fucking mind because she loved him. Like, in this story, loved him. Like, so she loses her fucking sanity and just goes dark herself. So it doesn't matter either way. She wasn't saved. It doesn't really change anything. And what ultimately sucks is Rhea does have to do something about her mother, like turning bad, going crazy, being basically a witch. She's like, but this is already an occurrence that's already happened. And then now we have the current Rhea where she's like, yeah, I killed my mom. Just this aftermath of the climactic moment for her life. You know what I mean? We've already passed her crazy moment, and we're catching up to what the fuck happened to her after that. Is she okay? No. But she's trying to. She is trying to hold on to sanity in life because she doesn't want to turn into what her mom turned into. You know? So that's like a really important thing. But what's funny about her is her favorite character is that robot that is from a different dimension I was talking about. So he's just this untouchable, highly logical character that drives her nuts, just is infuriating to her. But over time, just she finds him endearingly annoying. You know what I mean? So this Nova character, it's just her, like, her only relatable, fucked up brother character, kind of like. But he's just like android type. And you know what's funny is he's really only here. I've decided to change it to where he's here because of space-time distortions, and a new timeline has been created, a new timeline that shouldn't really exist and has now existed, and he's kind of a mediator. He's just an infinite mediator in the story. He just comes and goes. Anytime anyone tries to hurt him, he's just like, what's this gonna prove? Nothing. Like, I'm not here to hurt you or change anything. Really is just kind of an advisor and knows what is a good way to shift characters' focus if they have questions about wisdom or knowledge. But he's really there because of how unstable this new timeline is, and that's important for him as a character to be this hyper contrast to the magical medieval-ish sort of setting, but it's much darker and grayer. I keep talking about it like because now it's much more fleshed out every time I work on this. Since Nero's a 10-year-old, he is very dopey and like, I love it. Like, he's just this character just says whatever he's thinking. He just kind of, you know, he has a pet frog named Quack, but it's not a frog. He thinks it's a frog. It's just this fat lizard thing, and he's like, got a frog. He farts in his sleep, he eats too much. He just starts talking about it just like that. Like, I wish my life was more interesting, but here's some facts about my life. I live with Tico. He's like, okay. I got a frog. He eats too much. He farts. That's it. It's just super basic, you know. He's actually kind of an easygoing character, but he gets in trouble a lot, and he does steal stuff. He does have an issue with taking things at this age, you know. But he's super annoying to Rhea and also Galahad. But again, over time, endearment. This is more of like characters that might not work together do work together kind of concept. Now, because they have such drastic ages and perspectives, you know, now it's just kind of like, where do they all find a commonality together? And that's going to be the challenge of the story. All right, I'm going to stop talking so much. Let's see where we're at with this ISO. I didn't even start it. Next. But yeah, my partner, I need to just catch him and like teach him stuff. At this point, like, I can't get help without somebody being more, I mean, attuned and equipped for this stuff. I'll put this on the desktop. Save. This is actually going pretty quick. I don't know why anybody would have a problem making an ISO. There's no problem here. It's already at one. Yeah, it's already going. It's already going, man. We're good. All right. I'll pull up chat. We'll do that. It's already 5. Figured it would be. I got a lot of creative energy today. How did I get another subscriber? Oh yeah, so back to the quirks. Like I said in the title, I cannot switch the peripheral. So if I'm gonna do art, I'm gonna do art now, and I'm not gonna decide later whether I want to do it. That's the whole thing that I have basically no choice. And I'm like starting to think, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's actually necessary for my like a sort of like a situational pressure that I have to work with, you know. There's no way around the fact if we're gonna game, it's gonna mess it all up. And we have to reset this streaming PC. We have to restart it, and then it works. Then it's fine. See what I mean? Everything is perfect right now. But yeah. I actually do want to finish this piece. We're gonna keep it simple. Part of me really wants to draw a little bit of like Nero, because I'm starting to really understand and visualize him as like more of a anime kind of looking, like he's got dark hair and he's just very like wild as a character. He is of the wild. He loves animals, obviously. He took a freaking pet dragon. Okay, I'm telling you who Quack really is. I said he's a frog. He's actually a dragon that hasn't developed into his full, you know, basic form yet. And that's why he thinks he's a frog, or he's like, maybe it's some type of lizard, I don't know. That's like the funny thing. So Nero's got this pet dragon. Yeah, I just want to have some fun with this. So like, I just want his hair to just kind of just be like really, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This, I think you can kind of see it. Let me just turn off my main light. Yeah. I'll turn it back on. Yeah, we'll just skip it. I want his hair to kind of fall over his face slightly. See, I don't like how this looks super strict, but we're not going for perfection here. I need to make sure I get kid features. Kid features are hard. I'm challenging myself as an artist here. I'm gonna draw an old person. I'm drawing a 16-year-old, and I'm drawing a 10-year-old. Like, that's very challenging because they're so different, and I can't mix their features at all. Like, I think the best way to just go about this is just draw his head like really close together until I figure out like where I want his nose. Mm. Kind of broke my heart today, hearing from my person I'm trying to work with said he's not cut out for this, and I just know he's feeling overwhelmed, but he is cut out for it. He just needs illumination on how he can be. Actually, I'm gonna do this more equipped with the storytelling part, and it's like he said he wanted a lot of these concepts, but I've been throwing down most of the ideas and groundwork, and I said, hey, do you have any ideas? Do you have anything you want to add, or what do you think this works? I've been consulting him as much as I can with the amount of time that I have, and it's like, all right, now I need you to step up a little bit and just show me more. It's okay. Like, we're all learning. Yeah, I like this. I like where he's more straight on. Actually, the side of the hair being like that kind of works, but I'm gonna fix it up. But I'm already getting a good sense of like what works for these characters and what doesn't work. And it's mostly around a core principle of like bizarre things about the character, like not the good parts, but the crazy messed up parts, and what calms them down. The duality of that, calming a character and describing what gets their gears just like grinding, what pushes them. So I'm doing this kind of perspective-based writing. That's what it's called. It's basically every character sees things differently based on their background, opinions. Every opinion is based off of certain events, and just it's a trickling effect. And not everyone sees things the same way, and that's important for this character or this story to feel slightly more realistic, because the world won't feel grounded if they don't have different opinions. You know what I mean? So that's where we're going. That's where we're starting here. I actually do like that. I like this miniature sideburn thing going on with his hair. I think we could do more with this. Yeah, I don't like this. See, I'm already immediately like, I don't like something, I'm gonna change it. Actually, we're gonna hide this line. I'm ready to draw. What we're gonna do is draw two over here and leave it blank over there. Kind of offset it. It's like mini Wolverine at this point. Nero, you're a kid. He's a 10-year-old, so we're gonna make him look cute and fun. I don't know how to draw like anime eyes at all, but I'm gonna try to go with more of an anime look, like a bright expression, not an angry expression. Kid eyes, they're more, hopeful looking. So I'm just trying to go with like this Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of thing going on. I do not know how to do that fully. It's gonna be a challenge. So I don't want to make him look creepy. Gotta make him look defined. Jeez. everything's bigger when you're drawing younger characters, right? When you draw them older, their eyes are smaller. Trying to get this brow ridge kind of thing going on. Like, maybe his eyebrows. Okay, see, the thing I have a problem with is his mouth too, and the nose placement. It's like it's too low. I want to be like, you know, make his mouth really big. Man, this is a challenge. No joke. This is so challenging for me. But I'm gonna learn a lot here. I feel like I am ready to start just developing as artist right now. I feel something. I think it's because I'm eating more healthy and I'm working more. Something in me just really wants to push. There's cops. I want him to be smiling more. I'm making him have too many like features that make him look old. How do I hide said old features? I like his nose being big. I don't care if his eyes kind of have this like Stitch vibe, you know? Really don't. Okay. Okay. Too big. I might have to just keep going over and over and over this character until I'm happy with it. Because I'm not happy with it at all right now. So, got like some sort of refined. See, his eyes and his nose are not right, and his mouth isn't right. You put his mouth like there, and I make his chin smaller, maybe, because that's the only problem I have. Like, if his hair is big, and his head's like super small, that works more. I don't know why it works. I really don't have like a full like understanding of the stuff. I just kind of get it. His ears are just huge. Okay, that's kind of what we're doing here. Like, and you know, we just kind of do. I know it's kind of an Aang vibe thing, but not Aang. Like, obviously, I want to do like some crazy hair, expressive eyes, you know, cute smile, big nose, big ears. I think I do want to go with like the smaller chin. 'Cause, like, obviously, when he gets older, his face will get longer, you know. Nero. His shoulders, they need to be smaller than that. What's wrong with me? I'm so used to drawing adults. It's like, duh. Okay, that's okay. I can work with this. I can work with this. I actually did have a friend that looked kind of like that when I grew up, but he didn't have the ears and anything. Like, he kind of had the nose, you know, close to the mouth kind of thing going on. So I mean, there's some resemblance to someone I knew when I was growing up in school that like kind of looks like that. That works. I can work with this. You know, and the line work is followable enough if I just keep it at the same kind of rules. I'm gonna keep my ears real simple here. We're not doing full sideburns, so yeah, I think we're going to do is some semi-realism anime stuff, just like Avatar. And this is not going to be the official drawing. It's just going to give the kind of the vibe of what I want to do. Like, I really want these cute, hopeful eyes, like innocent eyes. Like he's kind of mischievous. Like you think, yeah, okay, he's up to some stuff. He's got a monkey vibe, definitely. Like that's a go figure. Definitely want to do that. That collar looks terrible. I'm gonna fix that. That's not official. Like this this is gonna change. That's just an idea. The hair most likely will stay. But the subtle changes between like his face, how wide his face is. I do not like that I did the line like that. Like, what if I make the ears more realistic? What if I do that? Like, overlap, boop, boop. Like, I could, but there's just too much going on in them now. It's sort of there. I can take a brush pen real quick. Like, it's actually surprisingly easy to draw black hair with a brush pen versus not. Like, if you were to go to a different color. Something like that. I don't know. It's not perfect. Definitely not perfect. Okay. Nero, you're a work in progress. You're a cute little character. Cute little kid. Alright. Actually, eyebrows you need to be filled into. Definitely probably gonna go with black hair. Or dark tone for hair. Yeah. That kind of works. It's an idea. Definitely want so many things fine-tuned for, like, I will be dialing so much, but I need something that is just presentable-ish, you know, for a first comic. But side view of him, like, I really want that Miyazaki vibe. Like everything is just overly like different proportions. Like his legs are really tiny, his shorts are huge. Like that way Miyazaki did that is like genius. Because if he's sitting down, I'm just gonna go with this Rugrats vibe with the shaping here. I'm not gonna keep it if I just kind of like draw sort of arms. He's just thinking like he's like pouting or something. Some same thing with drawing females. Muscle toning is hard to do with kids and female characters. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have him just kind of like leaning and just like and he's like on some steps. Like this was my visualization like a while ago. He was like gonna be wearing like sandals or something simple. He looks too young. Like this could be between 7 or 10. Like he's so tiny now. But it's okay. It's like this is still just like an idea, like a rough shaping of like he's sitting. There's like a door frame, you know, something like that. Like the door frame's gonna be bigger than that, like this. Everything's gotta be bigger, bigger and better. So I'm drawing him in a frame versus a whole adult. Their foot's gonna be, you know, that kind of works. Kind of works. Yeah. This is definitely I'm like willing to fail on this picture versus not. I'm willing to work it and just make it terrible than not try. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do here. So it's like he's just kind of sitting. Yeah, face can use some work, definitely. Oh my gosh. Definitely want to do something. He looks like a tiny little midget man now. Tiny midget man. And he's, let me make his arms a bit longer. Just like there. He's kind of got his hands just kind of resting on his face. This is terrible. This is like the worst art I've ever done in my life. No joke. He's thinking. There's definitely worse pictures you could draw, but this just does not have like the fundamentals of what is super important. And his shirt is like obviously going to be like, actually I do like the sleeveless vibe versus having sleeves, you know. Gotta figure out where I want this neck. I'm just gonna go like about right there. Yeah, good. The legs, okay, here's the problem I have with the legs. The knees are in the wrong spot here. Like they're just not right. So it's like I'm just gonna be more confident. Sandal, toes, how do you draw kid feet? I don't know yet. I could probably do better with those, but this is a rough idea draft of just concept art. You know? Okay, so he's sitting. He's kind of pouting. He's definitely in a weird position. I feel like he needs to be shifted over the legs. We need to shift over here. If I start understanding where I'm messing up first versus keep going in and just drawing bad and then not fixing it, I'm not going to ever get better at this. Like, I can't figure out whether I need the legs over or I need him over. That's the problem I have with this whole picture. I have issues with it. Like, serious issues with it. It's not okay. Also, I'm hungry right now. I need to eat something. I realized after that 15-minute walk, I didn't, like, eat. I just drank a soda. I'm gonna make some food. But yeah, I got issues with composition, with positioning, like, distance. So I'm gonna start working with, like, basically a, you know, point, length, arm with a character. Like a dummy, basically a dummy. I feel like a dummy. That's how I feel. But yeah, first shot I want in a comic is him sitting on the steps. So I'm gonna challenge myself to accomplish some great difficult feats of arts or attempts at doing something that I don't normally do. If I can get these characters nailed, like position-wise, expression-wise. I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, I know why I'm getting better at art. I swear my neuroplasticity is just better. Like, I can learn faster. I can do more lately. Like, something's happened with the stuff I've been taking. Where now I can visualize, I can adjust, I'm adapting. When you get older, when you hit like 26 or 25, 26, you do feel less neuroplasticity. Plus, on top of having like, you know, traumatic issues with people in my life, I feel like my ability to want or desire learning has decreased. It's really strange, but that has come back. Like now that I want to talk about my ideas, they just kind of flow a lot more. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. I shook it and it just came out. Like, I gotta figure out where all the mayonnaise went. So went on my shirt, Didn't go on my bed. Thank God. Like, it was just not going. I should have just put the lid back on. That's my fault. I'm sorry. My stomach's like, bro, are you really gonna give me food right now? Yeah. And I'm gonna go back to practicing this because no, my back. Oh. I said to my girlfriend today, "Oh, I'm not gonna do a stream." Why does it say I don't want? When I say I don't want to do something, I end up doing it more. Like I'm like more motivated. I think reverse psychology really works on my type of brain because I could sit and go, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it," and then later I don't feel so motivated naturally. Like that just happens. But I am trying to trick my brain. I want more. I'll do 3 slices. I want more of this. I'm obsessed with bologna. Like, there's a problem. That I like that stuff. Like, that's cheap garbage. But the fact that I like it, the fact that it makes me happy. I need to not eat all these pickles. Figure out. I'm just gonna put them in this container. It's way too big for all these pickles, but I don't care. I don't have a Ziploc bag, and this will work. It'll definitely work. My phone needs to get charged. I thought I plugged it in. Didn't. Where's my lid? Where are you? Did I leave it downstairs? You know what? I'm just gonna eat these pickles. Where the hell did I put it? It's gotta be still downstairs. That's kind of annoying. I might as well just go look for it real quick. Alright. Let's go find my lady. I'll be back. It's gone. Like, either it turns up, it got put in the wash, or I'm just gonna have to eat all these pickles because it's just dumb that the lid's missing. It's green. I know what it looks like. Maybe it fell. You know? So dumb. Okay. Well, eating pickles is not a bad thing. I could just make a second sandwich. You know what? I might do that. Might just do that. gonna conserve the cheese here a little bit. Yeah, I'll make 2 sandwiches. Celebration time. Also, there's a bunch of shit downstairs, like people were donating that like it's useful as fuck, so I took some. I took a few things that like notepad, note cards. I'm gonna show you. Just a whole bunch of shit. Like, why the hell would anybody get rid of this or have bought it and then not use it? Or too lazy to not use it? Look at this. So I grabbed it before they took it to Goodwill. Shoe cleaning kit? Dude, I need that for my shoes, my actual shoes that I take to work. I usually just spray it with my Clean Freak cleaning sponges, a whole pack. Cleaning sponges. I'm going to use these to clean the bathroom upstairs. And a candle. And unopened, or one slightly opened, or torn a little bit. 2 packs of note cards, bro. I'm going to write things down on these. Like ideas and... it's such a good idea. Like right now, literally talking about ideas. That's a good idea. I'm gonna get rid of this sticker on the candle though. Down. It says I'm 21 and fabulous. Like, bro, nobody cares. I think I'm gonna be real honest. People are wasteful as fuck. It's crazy. Also, I took a shelf. Whole shelf. I'm gonna show you. And what's so strange is it fits perfectly in like a little like notch next to my window and my other wall here. But you see this thing? You see it? Hold up full screen. See this fucking... Look at this. I was like, hell no, I'm taking this. Taking this. Yep. So. It's time to start actually, it's like, damn, they're not going to make a profit off of it. It's going to, you know, most of that stuff was already like, okay, a lot of it, mugs, be like, you could say, oh, I'm a terrible person, like, how dare I? But most of that stuff, it was a lot. I should have taken a picture. It was a lot of shit. It was like just repetitive, unnecessary items of just cups, makeup, really useful decorative stuff. Just, or not useful, I would say useless or not useful. Just a bunch of why? Why did you buy this? And then there was those few items in there that I'm like, really? Yes, I'm a goblin. I'm a goblin who knows. I also said, my roommate that I live with sitting down there because he uses the desk for his computer. I said, no, don't say anything. I give him food for my work. He's like, I won't say nothing. But he was keeping it a secret. And I actually do. I'm not that guy who's like, I need that just randomly. Like, I'm gonna take this with me and not use it. No. I literally was immediately thinking, what am I gonna use? Not use that. I'm gonna use that. So, no. I'm not just being a hoarder. Dude, I could be one, and I know that that's a possibility. You know, me just need like taking and not really having a fucking reason. I actually do this little exercise in my mind. It's are you gonna use this in 3 months? Kind of, you know, little brain tease. Like, okay, really, are you gonna use it? Is this gonna make you happy? You need to stop and ask yourself before you just buy something, or just like it's depression spending. That's what it is. It's just anxiety and depression kicking in, and then you gotta start going, well, it's good. It's good. I'm spending money, but what am I actually putting this towards? Am I really investing in myself here? Oh, also to show you guys about pistachios. They're the ones that are in the shell. They're not the convenient ones. These are the best for the money, at least. $5, but you get more in the bag. I remember eating pistachios at work. Man, I felt so good. Like, I was while working at patient transport. Felt so calm all the time. I think that, yeah, it's got to be the vitamin content that's in them. I remember reading up or looking up what vitamins they had, but yeah, I remember it was like, I actually just need to look it up again, straight up. Vitamins in pistachios. Because I'm like, I think I remember. Pistachios. Plus, on top of everything else, I'm buying my old roommate a fridge. It's like $50. So it's like either way, I'm paying for whatever the heck I get out of things. And like, I'm helping someone else out. So it's like karma. Everything circulates. You know? Okay, vitamin K, A, E, C. Like, you're getting a whole superfood plethora. B12, that was what I was looking for. Oh, except for B12, sorry. It's vitamin B. I'm dumb. I literally thought it was B12, and it says, nah, we don't got B12. Oops. Oops, daisy. I'm gonna drink the rest of another thing you should buy. Fermented foods, like obviously pickles. I bought this beet. I gotta show you. Kimchi and sauerkraut. But this sauerkraut I've never seen before. Like, this has more going on. This has beet juice in it. Beet, red cabbage, beets and carrots. Sauerkraut. And kimchi. Classic. It's good shit. You should put this on your sandwiches, put it in your ramen, put it in hot dogs. Like, anything you eat that's sort of unhealthy, just throw some of that shit in there. Boom. You're really setting yourself up for feeling better the next day versus not. The only thing that's like a downside is you will have some gas. Like, straight up. You'll be like, oh no. But it'll like come and go. Like, it'll just literally be like one time. You'll fart and then that's like, it's over. Done with. 847. I don't know what you're saying, yum too, but I'm glad you're here. Why am I clicking on this random short video? I did not click on that. Something's auto-clicking it if I turn the phone over. That's weird. That's a error. I'm just trying to fucking survive today. And not survive, I have plenty of meat and stuff. I just need like some other things that are vitamins. I need some other shit. You know? Alright. What do I actually really want to start with on this picture? I think I'm gonna add some defining details. It's hard to come back to a picture you haven't touched in a while. But it's kind of fun just to get you experiment. Yeah, I think I like doing like, I don't know, crosshatch lines. I don't realize though about this picture. This looks so bad in person, but it looks okay on the camera because you don't see all the detailing I'm seeing. It's like, there are issues. I'm having with it, mainly with the shading and the undertone of the lighting. God, those pickles are good. They're so good. I'm just gonna play around with the coloration here. Mostly with just a lot of light penciling. Like I can't just definitively start inking anything yet. That's frustrating because I kind of want to. But I guess I'm just gonna have to really dial in and dial out stuff. It's really what's gonna come down to on this picture. I might only spend like 10 minutes, 20 minutes on this. It's already been an hour of me just talking random shit. So, all right, who is saying pink dots? Yeah, they're really just like cherry blossom leaves, but they're more retro and weirdly placed. I don't know. I did something different with it. Something different. Yep. I think what we should do is work on the tree. Like we got all these browns and stuff already out. They're just here. Saying, hey, come on. Give me a chance. Show me what love is about. I don't know what that is. I don't know why I said it that way, but you know what? We're wrong with it. I'll show you. Oh. Yeah. Just gonna get some good shading built in. I really want to just make this thing feel more three-dimensional. I realize now that I would have loved to make a branch come out this way, and I can't now because there's no. It'd be really hard to build it off. I want to improve my art to where I make things look like they're coming at you, like they're three-dimensional. That is a goal of mine. Semi-photorealistic. Also, since I was talking about Ink Master in my last stream, I'm done watching that show officially now because I am just annoyed with the way the people are treated. Like, dude, they're all artists, but they get treated like garbage. Like, it's terrible. No artist should be treated like garbage just because they don't work a normal job or whatever. Like, oh, you just gotta reach the standards, man. Like, bro, still a fucking person. I just really don't like that. Do 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 do. You know, actually, if I do some really drastic shading slightly, I'm like, well, if I come at it with like a darkish gray in some areas, it's really going to pop more. Yeah. I like that actually a lot. I do, I do. Yeah, that definitely gives me the vibe now, like getting torn apart a little bit. Like there's pieces kind of manifesting. It's working. I just don't want to go too crazy. Maybe back here I'll go a little bit lighter. I want to go a little bit lighter. Eat the. It's a good sandwich. It's actually fucking good. I'm so happy right now. It's crazy. I feel like I really am going to push and get this story finished. I really feel it. I'm just gonna go to work, bring like a drawing pad with me, and just on my break just practice. Yeah, I'll just bring these. I'll just draw on these note cards. Keep practicing. Trying to get foot and body types correct. That's all I want to do. And work on my backgrounds. I'm done limiting myself. I'm gonna work on my backgrounds. Make them look really solid. Another issue is like, since I'm just one person technically working on this right now, art-wise, or visualization, should I use AI assisting for certain details, or should I not? That would speed it up. I'm really conflicted by that thought, but for backgrounds and stuff, like, I don't know, I'll think about it, because if I can get more members, more people working on the comic, cool, then we can get it done. It would look really good. Ugh, excuse me. I think it's okay to dial back. I'm going to dial back a little bit for the sake of my partner, but I'm not going to give up on basically the vision or the core, theme. Because anything that veers too far away from, basically, if it feels too overinflated in certain areas with the story, like there's too much, it's out of focus from the main idea. We're gonna dial that stuff back and be like, okay, we gotta keep this still. But it doesn't mean we can't have side stuff. It just has to feel right. I have to have, if it's a break moment in the story for our characters to explore these other ideas or events, they still have to bounce back, or we have to have something that pulls them back. Hmm. Excuse me. I'm just wondering if you can actually see the xenomorph properly on the wall. Okay. Woo. I'm starting to get some vibes with this picture now that I have food in my system. What if I just start with going with like a tan color? Kind of want to just offset the color a little bit. That's so ridiculous looking, but I love it. I do. Yeah. Yeah, we might just do a little bit of art. I just need to get some practice done. If I don't do it, I'm never gonna reach my goal. Damn it. Okay. Need to read 005. Ultra fine point. We'll do 005. We'll go crazy with this. Crispy. I'm noticing something about art. Is no matter what you do, if it doesn't have an emotional impact to register for certain colors, certain, aspects of the focus of the image, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter how good the art is. It could be bad or it could be good art. It doesn't matter. There has to be like some kind of meaning, feeling of meaning. All right. I have to figure out what I want to keep dark line work wise and what to not. It's gonna be like a. I think what we're gonna always keep focusing in on is where the shading is. Where the shading is, we'll keep the line very focused on being dark. I don't care if my art's imperfect anymore. I made a mistake today, actually, just nitpicking my art. I'm not going to be like a fucking photorealism mural artist. I know what I really am. I really am just an illustrator. That's all I'm going to be, and that's okay. There's other skills I have that I need to develop that are going to push me, but if I don't at least apply it for storytelling or something, I feel like I was such a waste to have practiced art growing up. And I don't want to feel that way anymore about it. Like it's a subtle undertone of like, come on. And I use that in my stories now when I talk about how characters feel about their life. It's like I don't want to feel like everything was for nothing. You know? Even when they're talking, I'll write them that way. Like they'll say that. I don't want to feel like my work or my efforts are meaningless. That is a trickling, you know, thing that I use. I'm trying to see how it looks on the screen because weirdly it helps me. I see what's popping out more. It's Luke. Yeah, I'm just kind of jumping back into it. Also making a comic book. It's gonna be really crazy. So I figured out I really am just an illustrator more than I am anything else. So I might as well just use that ability and skill more. I'm gonna mix basically different styles. It's gonna be between comic books, semi-photorealism, aspects. So it's like coloration and pop art. So there's gonna be like a retro vibe to my art, but it's gonna have a painter's vibe to it. So, because that's just the way I draw. But I'm going to push and update it a little bit more. I'm going to change my style a tiny bit because I need to, because it can't look that way. Basically, my style right now currently can't look the way it does for a medieval setting. All of it does work, but it just has to have more definitive characteristics. Mostly things need to feel more real. That's what I'm getting at least just to a sense. They don't have to be super realistic, but stuff has to feel more solid in material coloration. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. Yep. I'm gonna start with the other side. Well, Luke came and left. I hope he's okay. Yeah, everything has to follow an emotional impact. If I don't make my words and my story pop out in visualization, that's gonna suck. Because there's some good stuff I some really great concepts that, yeah, there's currently no way I'm gonna be able to pull them off right now. Some serious refocusing in practice. I'm doing this not just for me, but for my girlfriend too. Like, she's really important to me, and I really want to show her that I'm going to push myself. She believes in me, so that's also important. Another thing I know that artists will try to do is change the story so it fits their artwork better. If they're like, that's a cop out. I'm sorry, it just is. It's just a cop out. I think it, yeah, it does look really good. I have a great idea that I didn't think about before when I was drawing this to fix the fire. That now it's like duh. It's blatantly obvious what I should have done from the get-go. It's taken these different gradients of blue and use the fine line part of it right here. I'm gonna buy another kit of these markers. These are really working for me. Oh yeah. Colored lines are so important to me. I've always been wondering and trying to find like a good marker or a pen to use, and then like out of nowhere, my friend sends me these like it was like weeks and weeks and weeks ago. But I'm just like, oh shit, these are really what I need. They hold well, they blend well. I might try to find something a little, slightly different, but these are just solid, bro. Also do like the fact there's a cheesy ass eagle on the front of it. Does look really cool. So now I'm feeling good about adding detail. We go with these darker lines. I'm feeling something right now when I'm doing this. I wonder if I can blend this. Feeling some type of emotion. It's mostly because of the story I'm working on. It's actually like trickling over to how I feel about this picture. Yeah, this picture has nothing to do with it. I like that a lot more. I'm still gonna work on it, but I just like this being a bit darker internally. That does work for me. Colored lines. Another fun thing I can always try here. Stop being a little pussy about it. Is do colored gray lines. I'm actually surprisingly aggressive with my art. Like when I feel where I want it to go, I just push as much as I can. It's not just writing or visualization. I just have to be aggressive, or it's like I don't feel like my ideas are coming out right. Such a strange feeling, but it's real. I used to be very aggressive and just be like, I don't know if this works, and like I needed other people's opinions and approval and stuff. Now I need to just consult myself more. Hey, this works for other fundamental reasons, not because you think it's good, but because it's good based on other people's real life experiences or belief systems that I feel this is saying something about our current generation that they need to hear, or things that are bigger questions, much bigger realizations than what I used to put weight on. Like, I'm really glad that I got hurt now because I have to had to refocus how I feel about, you know, basically the fundamental truths of life. I guess I have to word it that way. Fundamental truths of life. Um, Everybody has a different opinion, but does that opinion really matter? No, it doesn't. Not really, because okay, it does. Here's what I think it does. Not because if it's a loving opinion, but again, they're applying it to years of experience or complexity that I actually find really fascinating. If you tell me something doesn't work based off this highly complex reasoning, and it means you're very intelligent, obviously. It's like it's not whether you tear something down for being a bad idea. It's why. Why did you? Why did we go there? That's always fascinating to me, actually. No joke. I'm really just flowing with this at this point. I'm really happy with this light blue pen, but I want the lighter one that I have saved on the side here. Marker pen. You can't tell the difference really between a pen and a marker at this stage. I really can't. At least when I'm doing a fine line like this. I think I'm in love with these things. I really do. See, this would be a nightmare for a colorist if I were to tell them to color it, but if I did it, obviously I know what I'm looking for. But I just wouldn't tell somebody else, hey, I need you to color this. I'd be like, oh my fuck. You know what I mean? They wouldn't want to do this. Frustrating for them. Another real big question is how spiritual do I want to get with my stories versus not spiritual with certain characters or feelings. Because I want to dial in extreme emotion and then no emotion. Like, just like how certain stories really drastically compare. And use innocence as, a way to drive our understanding of the world. Like, how characters feel and discover things because they don't fully understand stuff. I don't want them to be all like wisdom and powerful. Like they're definitely gonna have moments where they just like they feel hopeless and frustrated. And I want that a little bit. Not for the fact that they feel terrible. I don't want anyone feeling terrible, but there's necessity in it. Like obviously. That's the fundamental crazy part of realizing you're not just telling a story, you're learning to understand life. You're not telling a story anymore. Like you're learning to understand why bad things happen to us, why it helps us be better people. And that's like the craziest, coolest fucking thing to keep secret. That is why I wrote my story, to help you handle life better, ultimately. So yeah, I'm not gonna ask somebody whether an idea is bad or good and care about their opinions. They don't even understand that they're not trying to help people live life in a better way, right? So if you get those core values or intentions focused, everybody has a different approach to that when they tell stories. But I noticed the best ones that work, surprisingly, are ones about kids, and it's like because it's so challenging to write. Telling a kid, say something really mature, or learning how to be mature throughout the story. Stranger Things is a great example. Star Wars has some innocence, like they're kid-like with Luke Skywalker and stuff, but I noticed that there's actually a huge lack of cohesion between the prequels and the original Star Wars. That if you really put them side by side, they're almost two different concepts. Kind of crazy. That is not a straight line. I'll make it a straight line. There we go. So the point is your story where I have issues with Star Wars is cohesion with newer material and older material. What else do I have issues with? Certain stories. Here's what I have no issues with is stories like Planet of the Apes or The Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. That's about kids, okay, or learning from your innocent perspective about the world and how to handle it better, and things do get darker and more frustrating for those characters. Because they come into it just like, or Fallout. Fallout's a great one with the main character just not knowing anything about the overworld. You know, she's like, oh shit, you know, maybe I shouldn't have come up here, you know, because she really thinks and has all this confidence that she can handle it, but she doesn't really know. It's got its own rules. It's messed up, you know. You can barely see these yellow lines. They're useful, but you can't see them. Remember, I did say there's subtle details almost nobody's going to fully see, but they'll pick up on. It's just going to happen in a really gradual way. I wonder where Luke went. Maybe he's still here. They just like, Luke, we got the Diet Sprite and Diet Coke again. Also, saying, if you are there, I'm gonna drink. This is something I love to play around with. Oh shit. Is like adding like effects like streaks. Go really hard, like bleeding in. Yeah. Now this looks like water. It really does. My style is to get different elemental flowy bits going, things that feel organic. Starting to get that vibe. Starting to get very, very intensely natural looking. And if I was where I'm at right now mentally, I'd be getting so much art done for people. And this one is going to be up for sale. Facebook. I'm gonna see how this goes. I just want to see if it picks up anyone's eye. They even talk about it. Oh, I like your art. You know. Can you do this for me? Like they don't have to like this piece. I'm not asking for that. You know. What I want to do is just start a conversation. I put it below my art pieces that hey, you can send me a custom request. You know. You know, like the fact that there's a billion trillion gazillion combinations of things you could put on paper, colored line, everything. And there isn't like a dedicated universe being created somewhere, like think about that. That just has these infinite combinations. Let's think about it. Every time you do anything, it's been done, or maybe been done slightly similarly. But if you try to think about doing things newly or like pushing your emotion, not just fundamentals of things you've learned that somebody else already showed you, but then you just created new fundamentals and new ways of doing things. You have to make mistakes, you have to be willing to take a risk every now and then. You have to. Art never just came from not being, it was bad at first. It was not good at first. That's why I don't like certain artists when the way they come at thinking about things. It's not about it being like the other guy. It's how it's supposed to be, is feeling fresh and alive, invigorating. Like pink and blue and yellow just makes me want to eat like fruit. Like it makes me feel a certain type of way um, internally. Yeah. Okay. Also, when you draw illustrations, it's okay to take your time. You don't need to be like, all right, here's it, quick, done, package, seal, deliver. And I used to have this mentality about it. I'm not lying, that's why I'm talking about it. Is to take more time on just having fun. It's not about it being good, or maybe I need to get this detail right. If you're not enjoying some part of it every now and then, saying every time, you're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, just having so much fun. Not all the time. Sometimes you're gonna be like, this is frustrating. That's when you push yourself. I'm just like sitting back, just like, okay, let me just zoom out for a minute and think about. I want to go forward. I don't do line work like everybody else either. I adopted a combination of three principles. Now it is, how does lighting actually move? Not whether it's in the right spot. It's whether the transition of lighting should naturally hit a spot and if we move the light. And then also, do the lines feel organic? So now I do not do straight lines most of the time. You do see some straight-ish lines, but now it's more like a flame or water shapes with how I come in, because that's actually really what builds up shapes, is all these weird, cool looking combinations. If you can do a bunch of those, it does feel more natural, weirdly, than if you didn't. I don't know why I just randomly go to the side. Have you ever been to like gone to church or met somebody in like public and your parents say, "Oh hi, blah blah blah," and like, and they walk away and like, I hate that. Like, what? Why are you so nice to them? Oh, I'm just nice to them to their face. Then don't be nice to them. Just be like super like quiet or something. Like, why lie? Why do we have to lie to people? We feel obligated. I always actually saw that happen. People being super fake, and then when that person leaves, they're like, I can't stand that person. Like, bro. And you know what's funny? I sadly adopted that behavior, and I think it is just natural for us to just be nice to people we don't like, and then later just like feel bad and talk smack. But I have recently gotten more open and genuinely like, either I'm quiet or I will tell you if I don't like you more. I'll make it clear that you're upsetting me, and it's in small ways. I don't just come at you like, hey, you're a dick. I will just say, hey, stop messing with me like that, or I'll say like, I feel like you're not being honest. Like, it's just more, I want you to like reflect and fix your behavior. I'm not doing this because I hate you, bro. You know? And yeah, adults, the older you are, the harder it is, because they don't want to address it. They don't think they have a problem anymore. They really don't. I'm randomly talking about this because it's like, it's a real fucking thing. It really confuses me. So society needs to be more loving and more honest about what makes them angry. It's okay. It's okay to be offended openly in the moment. Don't let it eat you up, and don't stew on it. That's the two things I would highly recommend not allowing to take over. I naturally make things stew in my thought processes, which I hate that I do that. And then later it comes out, people are like, oh gosh, do you ever just like not think about these things? Like, do you have a life? I wish that I didn't get stuck on somebody being a horrible person to me all day. You know, being sensitive sucks too. Like, you be fine. Don't ever expect people to be nice, but the fact that I'm like so sensitive to when somebody's like really rude to me, just it's the subtle dehumanization behavioral issues that people have. or they don't even care about your existence in the moment. You are just a fucking number. You don't matter. That shit grinds me so hard. I just be like, punch this person. But it's just a thought. I don't actually like want to entertain it all the time. But damn, some people really do just need a fucking like wake up call. Like, hey, people matter. Stop treating people like numbers. We're all in this together. We're all a team. Like, I'm talking about my job. I'm really just talking about my work at this point. That's off camera slightly. I think if I ever just need like a vent, I'll just draw and talk. Just work on this piece. Guess that's just how it is, right? Actually, I want to. Yeah, line. Gonna go with a lighter gray. Not that side. It's not about whether I'm gonna get the pencil lines traced and then erased either. I used to erase pencil lines, but now I keep them. That's a stylization choice. But again, I try to get my pencil lines looking pretty okay, like really good. If you're gonna do it that way, because when said lines are erased, it can actually make or break the picture. For me, they add detail. The only ones they erase were like the core ones and some up in here. So, like, obviously those needed to go. There were reasons for them. They're just distracting. I don't like distracting lines. So this one's busy. It's got a lot going on now. All I need to do is like dial back shading with the tree. I did think about it. I do want to go darker in the middle right here. Like I took some time with this a little bit in my head. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is go lighter on the outside. Here's the thing I'm starting to believe that money is not about whether I work, it's about my attitude no matter what. Money is, I'm being paid to be happier and nicer to people when they don't deserve it or whatever. It's about just pushing through and creating a team mentality. It's like I know that one day I will deserve and earn what I need to. You know, I'm gonna keep trying. Sure, I'm not being paid to be an artist, but I do have an attitude problem with it. I do. I need to fix that. I'm recognizing so many patterns that I'm just like, it's time to break it. It's time to start just making more mistakes. Being okay with the process. Now I got a girlfriend that really gets it though. That's nice. See, that's already looking a lot more like I want. I just need to go like really light. Do a yellow outline. Not even freaking messing around here. I'm serious, like I want to go high contrast with it. And then just add detail, like gradients. Also, I had this epiphany watching Victor Frankenstein 2015 with Daniel Radcliffe, and that one dude plays Lex Luthor. I forget his name. Plays young Lex Luthor in X-Men, and he's like acting all crazy, like no matter what, he is what he is, and he will do what he does. He'll make life, and I was like, bro, I kind of feel that way about my art or about the way I do projects. It's like no matter what, I got a fucking crazy ass process, and that people either get it or they don't. Or the way I think, the way I work. It's okay. I'm not upset about it. I used to think for a little while in my life that proving who I am is so crucial. But no. It is not important. God already accepts you and loves you as you are. Okay? That's the fucking facts. He made you and wants you to finally accept that you are what you are on your own. On your own. So you just be chasing relationships or needing fulfillment over and over until you're done with it, until you're tired and you're beaten down, and life is like said, hey, come on. You know? It's time to let go of that shit. That song in You're a cherry blossom, you're about to bloom, you look so pretty. Some lightning touch and some dust touch. Remember me, centuries. Actually, I do feel like I can make it look 3D by adding lighter, like brown lines. Does make it look like it's sitting behind. It does, it does. And then I can draw some really light pink. Yeah. Now I'll go really, really dark. Closer. And I'm just feeling like on fire today right now. Like boom, 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 let's go, let's go. I'm not even upset about anything. I'm really not. Hell yeah. That's doing something for me. It's doing something for my brain. And we just add the wash. Bring out the details again. You see that? Art is a beautiful thing. I think water is beautiful. The way it works with paper. I used to hate watercolor when I started. Like, oh my gosh, you're my nemesis. But then I saw what what other people were able to do, and then I figured out what I could do with it. I had to relearn how to hold pencil. That took months. It's like almost a year. Relearn shit. I was like, oh my gosh, the results. So I know how to work myself to train my mind to do things it doesn't normally want to do. And that's what I want to teach artists, at least on my channel, if I were to do more art, how to change the way you think about stuff. Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna take a little break from this. Some actual water. Talking about watercolor, and then I'm not even drinking water myself. See where that ISO is at. Finish. It's already done. Cleaning before close. That was so quick. Now I have where the heck is it though on the desktop? I can't see because of the glare. I'm actually looking on my desktop. Like, where is the file? Windows, right here. Okay. Boom. Done. Now I just got to transfer over to my USB. I'm not going to give him the burning file or the file to burn. The burning file. I cannot speak today. I just want to give him the ISO and let him set it up. Because that's what he said he couldn't even get a hold of. That's not plugging in. Just unplug the. There we go. USB. Windows. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll just get him to bring me his USB. I'm not going to clear my whole USB. I'll just have him bring his. Because he's got plenty. He's got a 64 gigabyte one. Like, we're fine. Yeah, this looking more like what I want it to look like. Now, dialing in darker shading in between things. It's going to be a little bit, and then I'm going to add more yellow in the background. I'm going to do a gradient between the two. It's gonna be a little bit. But I have a good idea what I want to do with this. All right. Dang, it looks moody in here in a great way too. Dial this down. All right, let me go check my laundry quick. Mostly my sheets, and then I'm gonna switch them over. Just realized I have my old towel on this chair, and this is my old chair, not that one. I don't know. It can't be out here. I was giving my friend a coffee because he does school and like stays up really late. And I'm like, I think it'd be nice if he had some way to stay more focused or alert while working. But also, I can't switch my laundry until somebody checks their stuff out. And I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not that asshole who rips your stuff out of the dryer just so I can do my laundry. There are people here that already do that, and I'm not going to participate in that behavior. So I'm just going to be patient. It's okay. Man, I'm so glad that some people also. I went down and saw that they didn't get rid of all of their stuff that they were going to. They actually did set up the coffee maker because there was two of them. It's like, why get rid of two coffee makers? And now I want to set up because, duh. We actually no, we had three. One was purchased by our landlord, didn't work. This other one was still in its box. The other one was out of its box downstairs for donation. I'm like, don't get rid of that. Someone had a good idea to set it up. Hell yeah. All right. Now what we're gonna transition to doing is some gaming, some other stuff. You guys want to take one more quick look at the art piece before I just switch out? Here's what it looks like right now. I feel like it needs a lot of work, shading wise in the face. I'm really happy with this. I'm really okay with how this is looking too, but I'm gonna work on the shading now later on. So that's the next step. That's like, I'm not gonna rush and force myself to, I don't know, be perfectionist right now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm okay with the process. Okay, I'm really curious which camera's gonna freeze, but I might as well just plug one of the cameras before we do this. I don't know. We'll just see. I'll just give it a try. Because sometimes it doesn't freeze. It'll just immediately work. This time both cameras freeze though. Like both just stopped working. Like, oh shit. We're gonna try it. Actually, no, I gotta set up audio first before I do any crazy shit. Before I do anything stupid. We're gonna set up the audio. And then we're gonna pray to God. Hey God, please make sure this works. Make sure everything is beautiful and set up and doesn't crap out. Please. Oh yeah, controller's plugged in, but that's okay. Okay. Moment of truth. It didn't freeze. That's really strange. Wait, why is it not showing it? There we go. I added the wrong word. I am a frozen mannequin in front of a camera. Lee. Okay. Well. Yeah. This is my fault. all my fault, guys. I swear I'm sorry, and I'm gonna make it up to you. Just feel like I'm sorry. There we go. See, all I did was unplug it and plug it back in, and then just reset it. Now, guaranteed, the art camera's frozen. Yep. Guaranteed. We're gaming now, guys. For reals. If I switch now, is it gonna work? Cool. Great. Yep. Alright. That's our quirk. That's the title. That's already going full parallel back to the title of the whole stream. You know? Alright, best thing to do. Turn off sharing. Blah, blah, blah. Set it up. Tedious bullshit I don't want to have to do, but I do it for you guys because not all you guys like gaming or drawing. Sorry, you do like gaming. That's a thing. We're here for entertainment value, you know. Okay. Show up. Come on. There. Hallelujah, guys. Hallelujah. It's working. It's doing the thing. You see, I'm not sad now. Everything's Gucci. Okay. Get players open. Server should be open now. There it is. Bing, bang, boom. Chupacabra, shakalaka. No problems. Okay, this should just be fine. Like, all I gotta do is plug in my damn controller. There you go. I love that now it has an automatic connected, like you just hold down the two buttons, the start button and the menu button, and it'll immediately auto connect to the laptop or the PC using Bluetooth. It's so cool that it has like a automatic thing. Stop! Damn it! These damn cars. I want to just do something real light. I am not in a particular mood, you know, on for any specific game. What I want to do is just get my brain kind of juiced up. That's what we're gonna do. Wait a minute. Y'all aren't able to see my game. Why is it not showing? Wait. I'm confused as fuck. How behind is our stream? This is insane. We're behind like 5 minutes. No. No. This is gay. Oh no, the whole thing is frozen. Okay. Guaranteed. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. Yep. Okay. So somehow that affects the capture card having the camera reset itself. Okay. That's really strange how that works. Why is my display not working? Holy fuck. Hey! TV! Oh my god, I'm going to punch something, guys. I'm going to punch something. We're going back to the original issues with the system. No joke. No fucking joke. Okay. I can't see the game. You can't see the game. We all can't see the game. So, I'm going to figure out why. I'm going to figure it out. Now, I'm done. Namely, how the frick is it the refresh rate desynchronized? I'm like, what if I just reset the computer and start the stream up again? Like, does it fix it? I might have to. I might have to. It's. I think I know what's going on, and I have a theory that it's trying to use the refresh rate from the laptop, not the TV's 60 hertz or 120 hertz mode. Meaning we got a bigger problem, meaning I might have to reset the graphics drivers if this is actually like a genuine problem that won't go away. So we're gonna just end the stream and then start up another one. Hopefully that fixes it. And it'll correct using the incorrect refresh rate. So